So let's take a look at the storage inside the Tesla Model 3. What I've got here is a 2024 Tesla Model 3. This is just the rear-wheel drive version, but I'll tell you, it is plenty sufficient. But anyway, you might be wondering, maybe you're in the market, maybe you've already got a Tesla and you've forgotten, what kind of storage does this thing have in it? I mean, it's pretty minimalist inside. They must have done something with all the extra room, right? And they did, sort of. Let's start out on the inside. Again, to open the doors, if you're not familiar, pretty simple. Push the little button. Of course, you have to have your phone, which I happen to have right here. Go ahead, get in. It's that simple. Your phone is your key and your access to everything, by the way. Stepping inside, first area we're going to look at here, I guess, is the doors. Got a little bit of storage for drinks or paperwork or gadgets or stuff, whatever you want to put right over here on the side. In the center console area, we've got tons of storage here, including storage that you can hide. Right here, you've got a nice deep area that goes all the way down to here. And then I happen to have a tray in mine I can pull out. And you've got more storage. Look how deep this is. More storage below that tray in case you want to hide anything. And it also goes way up. My hand, as you can see, is way up underneath here. So a lot of room to be able to put stuff. There is an auxiliary port down there, by the way. I never use that, obviously. This thing just kind of slides back and forth in here so you can access underneath if you want. So you don't actually have to pull it out like I just did. Then we have the cup holders here. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right? Just for drinks. In the center console area, we've got storage here. And I also, of course, have a tray in this area. And there's much more storage, again, deep down here underneath. I like that. And then one of the best things is you can also secure your things a little bit by pulling the doors shut. Actually, you just push. Slow motion if you wait for it. I'll give it a little hand. There you go. Now you have a nice flat area in case you want to store anything in here or on top while you're driving around. Storage area here for your phone or anything else you want to sit there. And then we have the glove box over here. Now you may be wondering, or maybe you've forgotten, how do you open this thing? There's no buttons, levers, anything. You can't push on it. You have to use the screen. Just hit the little car thing here and then go up to the screen and touch glove box and get ready. It's going to fly open. There you go. Not a ton of storage underneath there, but plenty of room for paperwork or insurance information or whatever you want. You may notice back in the back there, if you can see it, there's also a little flash drive. That's for storing, I guess, the pictures and things. The car will take pictures and video while it's sitting if you have it in that mode. To shut the box, gently push it up and it'll shut quick. Here you go. Just like that. Over here on the passenger side, of course, you've got more storage in the door area, again, for drinks or stuff or whatever you happen to want to put down. Now, let's take a look in the back. In the back, same as in the front, you've got storage over here in the door area where you can put drinks or stuff if you want. You also have a little storage behind the seat. Little area pulls out here where you can put stuff if you want. In the center, we do have cup holders. You could actually store something back here, I suppose, if you were really pushed for storage. But right here is where the drinks go. Mine is still at it's kind of a strange angle, I think. Primarily because nobody ever sits back here, so it doesn't get a lot of pressure pushing it down. Over on the other side, you have another one of those little sleeves behind the door where you can put stuff, or behind the seat, I should say. And then in the door, more storage on the side there as well. Now, a couple of the coolest storage areas, or one anyway. We're going to start here in the front. It's the front, of course. You can open it from the inside on the screen. You just touch the button. but I think it's pretty cool to use the phone. Here is the picture on my phone. If you want to open the front, just touch open. And it popped open, as you could hear in the background. Of course, you want to go ahead and pull it up. Very, very light experience, let me tell you. And then we have an ample amount of storage space under here. I wouldn't say you could really fit luggage, maybe a small bag or something, maybe a backpack, something like that. But nonetheless, you can still put things back there if you want. By the way, right here is where you add your windshield washer fluid. Nice and convenient right up here in the front. And if you didn't know, underneath this cowling cover, this piece, is where your battery and some other things are located. Nothing that you're probably ever going to need to touch. Now, let's go around to the back. Again, taking the phone with me, because I'm going to use the phone to open up the trunk. Just hit the button. And look at that. Isn't that cool? Everything about the Tesla is just cool, I think. Of course, this is the trunk area. Nice deep trunk. You can fit anything you need to fit in there. A couple of things I really like about the setup back here. They gave you space on the sides. I can put stuff on each side if I don't want it to roll around. Let's say I've gone, I don't know, to the grocery store, picked up milk or something. The last thing you want to do is have milk fall over and spill all over the car. You don't have to worry about that. It'll sit in there nicely. I do have the mat in mind. Underneath the mat, you have another area, a pretty big area actually. I had forgotten how big this was. I've actually seen some folks on the web actually get in this area. You'd have to be pretty small to do that. Better yet to get in the trunk, I guess, if you're going to try to do that for some crazy video. But anyway, I keep the remote charger, or the ends, I guess, in case I'm somewhere and I need an adapter to be able to charge up the car. I keep that stuff back here in the back. Here we have another adapter type plug, and then I don't know what this stuff is. This is something new. But lots of room under there to be able to store things as well. I would highly recommend the mat. Just kind of holds things in place so they don't roll all over the car. And then if you want to shut the trunk, of course, it's electric. Just push the button and it'll shut. One more tip for you on the front. If you're shutting the front, you want to go ahead, obviously, and pull it down. And then you don't want to push on the emblem here. That is the natural place, and it was for me too the first time that I opened this or closed it, was to push here to close it. You want to push down on each side with even pressure. That's how you close the front, or the trunk, the frunk, on the Model 3. Anyway, I just wanted to run through, I forget, like that back area, how big it was underneath the trunk area, how much storage there actually is in a Model 3 Tesla. Plenty of storage. One thing you want to be aware of though, obviously, the more you haul around with you, the more electricity you're going to use to haul that weight around with you. In other words, it can reduce your range. So you want to keep things to a minimum in the car if you can. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.